tomorrow, right? One more chance?
One more chance tomorrow, then we'll announce the winner at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening.
All right. What's your wife's name?
Kim.
And how long you been married?
Oh, 15 years.
Oh, good. Yeah. And how many kids you have?
3.
What does she do?
She stay at home.
Good. That's awesome. Did you hear this morning the value of a stay-at-home mom?
I couldn't put a price on it. I didn't get to hear that.
$98,000.
Wow.
Yeah. If she decides to leave you, and you have to do all the same things at the house, clean up everything and whatnot.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay like some stripper $98,000 to do all the work.
A stripper, really?
Yeah, because they got to
Could
be
a humble
Well, I mean,
girl.
if you're going for the second wife, you might as well go for the second wife. You know, it's funny. Eddie Murphy said a long time ago, as I get older, I look at a woman, and it's no longer, boy, she's hot, she's cool. Is she worth half?
Yeah.
and I find that to be more true every day. I mean, I love my wife. It's great, too. So.
Good. And how about your kids?
I have 3 kids, Mike, Madison, and Mason,
yeah.
3 M's. And they were all born in Pennsylvania when I was working over there. And just great. They've adjusted really well. I'll tell you one thing, and this really isn't a butt kiss. It's the truth. People down here are so friendly. We lived in Chicago 3 years. I had maybe 10 families I might be friends with. I've got 100 people that have said to me over the past week that are friends and not work friends. Yeah. They're like, you're doing bomb. They're talking about the show. A, it's unbelievable, the buzz. But B, everybody's so nice down here. We love that. I mean, instantly we were welcome to the community.
Yeah, and it's weird because most people are coming from up north, and they're still nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe they go, I've had enough of those big cities.
It's relaxed, too. It's a lot calmer, don't you think?
Oh, it is much better. And, like, my commute is a half hour. When I was in Chicago, it was an hour 10 each way. And I'm like, 30 minutes. The people are like, you drive 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We try to shoot for 10 and under around here.
All right. Do you go to church?
I do.
Are you Catholic?
No, United Methodist.
Yeah, good. So. And so you handle snakes? Is that what happens?
No, that's not us.
Okay.
No, we don't do that. Although we are doing a mission trip. My son and I are doing a mission trip with our church down here in March. End of March, start of April, we're going to Guatemala for a week.
Oh, cool.
You know, one of the things that I love, and I don't know if they asked you this or not, because it's probably illegal, but one thing that, this is what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
Okay.
But I heard that, and this is, again, one reason I think so many people like you guys. I heard that either John Clark or Barbara, and Barbara didn't tell me this, asked, I want to work with somebody who is a Christian, or who has faith. And it seems that, well, I know Barbara is. I know that John is.
Oh, yeah, John is.
You're going on a mission trip.
Yeah.
So all these things kind of go together. And, I think that's one reason you can tell you guys are so genuine as other people on TV here. I don't want to mention anybody's names or Channel 5. But I think, in my opinion, did that come out? In my opinion, I think you guys are just more genuine and nice. So, okay, let's get more of your family. What do you like to do when you're not playing football and you can't say family? Or when you're not doing weather? What do you like to do? Do you like football?
I love football. That's my favorite sport. I coach a lot. I coach all my kids. Baseball, football, soccer. My daughter's doing soccer for the first time, so that's been kind of crazy. I do a lot of family stuff.
Yeah.
For me, if I have a weekend off, a lot of people go do things. We might go do something with families in town, but if I'm just sitting back and drinking a glass of whiskey on a Friday night and watching TV, that's an okay.
That's the best, isn't it?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I had stomach surgery a couple of years ago for acid reflux, so I can't drink beer like I used to. I can still drink, but just not as much. Yeah. So I've switched over. I love whiskey, so just have a nice glass of whiskey. My wife has a glass of wine. Maybe we watch a movie on a Friday night. That's my excitement.
That's
now.
the best.
But I love it.
I
love it. It's so fun.
All right, you got to choose a team here in town. Carolina, NC State, or Duke.
That's brutal. Well, I'll tell you this. The only one I've been to so far is I went and saw an NC State game this fall.
Woo!
Football. That was unbelievable.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
That is a great venue to see a football game, and
they do have a nice stadium in town. I mean, I'm not a fan, but they have a great stadium.
But Duke is very smart, so if you want to go with a smart team, go for Duke.
And all the Southerners down here are like, you're supposed to like Duke because you're a Northerner. And I'm like, oh, really? I didn't know I had to choose. So I have not picked a favorite yet. I'm going to wait till I go to all 3, and then I'll pick one.
Yeah, you got to pick one. Well, this is my opinion. When I came here, I had no affiliation. But in my opinion, you got the NC State, and they always whine and cry and have an excuse of why they lost and all these other stuff. So I couldn't be an NC State fan. Duke, I can't stand Krzyzewski. So I don't like Duke basketball. I do like the underdog, so that goes to Duke. So I'm a Carolina fan, and people hate it that I'm a Carolina fan, but I do. And even though we got the best chance for us to be successful, just walked out the door and we got fired. So that's the whole thing. All right, so let's get to more stuff.
All right.
Your ties.
Yeah. I know this bugs you. I've had like 5 people this week say, "You hate your ties."
I do. So based on that,
Yeah.
and don't get excited because they're all from Walmart.
Because we thought about it at the last minute this morning.
Awesome.
So
Dude, better get a tie from the Circle K.
I'll tell you, you know what? Everybody goes, "Where do you get those bright ties, all those ties?" Burlington Coat Factory. They're
Yeah.
$5. That way, if I spill on them, I can throw them away. Though.
okay, well you can spill on these,
All
but
right, cool.
But that makes him humble, though. $5 from Burlington Coat Factory.
No, that's just...
That's cool.
I'm a Carolina fan.
Okay.
So we got you a Carolina blue tie.
See, now that's nice. That's
You
a
like
good tie
that?
right there. That's
a
great.
nice
Yeah,
tie.
yeah.
So that one's,
I'll wear that one.
That one's
All
yours.
right.
All right, that's that.
Cool. I'll show it on the
Oh, it's the
webcam.
George brand. For anybody who wants to know, it's the George brand from Walmart. Very nice.
Nice. It's not a clip-on. I'm happy about that.
And you're so tall, so I imagine these are like you.
And that's the other thing.
Tie the very
Being a
good.
tall guy, the big and tall ties suck.
They come to
So,
your, above your...
so I always get
boom
normal
area.
size
Yeah.
ties
Yeah.
and button my jacket, but they only come to like about here. Iron my belly
I have
button.
to
Like,
carry
oh, that's
little
stylish.
teeny safety pins
Yeah,
everywhere.
exactly.
Keep them
Tape,
right there.
black tape.
Oh, that's
Put black
smart.
tape under my coat so it doesn't move around on my fat belly.
And apparently one of these is 100% silk and the other is not. Is 100% fake. But
They look the same, though.
these are also ties that you can wear on television
Nice.
when you get back. So
I
either
wore
one you
those.
like.
So one's NC State, like-ish.
One's kind of an NC State fan.
And-
But
and-
I expect. Are you working tomorrow?
I am not. I am off tomorrow, so I will bring them on Monday.
Monday, I expect to
Yeah.
wear the blue Carolina.
Blue Carolina tie on
Yeah,
Monday.
yeah.
Done.
Did you ever play any sports in high school or college?
I played all of them until my freshman year, and then I tore my ankle up, and I had to give up sports.
Yeah.
I could have played again, but my mom, the doctor said, if you re-break your ankle, you're gonna have to walk with a limp the rest of your life. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, bring it on. My mom was like, that's not gonna happen.
How'd you
So,
get the nickname Big Weather?
I was working in Pittsburgh, and our sports guy. I'm one of the tallest weather guys in the entire country. There's a couple there's maybe 1 or 2 that are taller than me. Plus, I run over 300 pounds. And there was a college basketball player named Big Country. He was nicknamed Big Country. And one of the sports guys said, I like Big Weather for your name instead of Big Country. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And he started calling me that. And then I was volunteer fireman for 7 years. And my fire department started calling it. And then everybody in the community started calling me that.
Oh, that's good.
And so it just stuck.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Gotta have
Are
a
you
thing.
taller than the green screen? Like, they have to fix it to
No,
your
it's
level?
a big green screen, but I'll tell you what. When I first came here, we did a promo shoot where it was John, Barbara, and Amber, and then me. And they're like, "Oh, he's a giant." And they're like, "Oh, are you standing out of box?" I'm like, "No, they're normal, I guess." And I'm just
A freak.
a freak.
Weather freak.
Weather freak. That could be my new nickname.
I like
It's
that.
5:07. Let's go to
You
the
are
weather
the
freak.
coolest weather guy I've ever met.
I like that.
That's good.
All right, we had a lot of people on Facebook told them you were coming in, so we have questions that people have asked on Facebook. Peanut butter?
I like it. March. Yeah, I don't know. The latest long-range patterns actually show us even through the end of January staying warm. And to be honest, anybody who says on a 7-day forecast that 7th day is, we're right on, they're lying.
Yeah.
There's less than a 30% chance of being right on the 7th day.
Yeah.
So that's why you'll see it bounce around a lot. The latest long-range models, we're just stuck in a really warm pattern this year. It's happening all across the country. A lot of places, Chicago just had its first snow, and they usually get that in September, October.
Yeah.
So I at least through January, I think we're dry. Usually in the transition months when we go from winter to spring or fall to winter, that's when you get those big storms that come through. I still wouldn't be surprised if we see a big snow maybe February or March as we transition.
Yeah.
Talking to Big Weather from ABC 11, you've been married for 15 years. Is your sex life in a severe drought or just a normal drought for this time of year?
It's right on. That's why I'm still married.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
How did you guys meet each other?
We met in a bar.
Oh, okay.
Very romantic. It was my first. My stepfather is 5'2" and looks like a leprechaun. He's redheaded. He's full son of St. Patrick, and we met on St. Patrick's Day. It was my first legal St. Patrick's Day going to a bar, and she was walking around with one of her friends. And at that time, I was doing a TV show in Des Moines, Iowa, and I was the $5 guy. I would do a segment once a week where it was for single moms, and we'd show them 3 things they could take their kids to do that weekend for under $5.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
you could probably do under $20 now, but.
Yeah.
And so a couple of her friends were like, "It's the $5 guy." She's like, "What the hell is a $5?" But it was about 50 degrees on that St. Patrick's Day. It was freezing. She looked cold, so I let her have my jacket. And I said, "I'll just get you at the end of the night." I thought she was kind of cute. And at the end of the night,
Kind of cute. You're never going to get put in again if you don't say really cute.